And yeah, here he is.
Hello, everyone.
Ever be alive.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see everyone again. How are we all doing?
Well, you've already earned a punishment. So.
Yes, exactly. You won't be getting any man on release.
Oh, come on. No, you can't do that to me.
Was that my suggestion? When I came up with that, and it just works, you know?
Oh, damn it. Does that mean that I will have to be one of the men?
Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but yeah, sure. Okay, so are we ready to go live? Shall I ping people? Live, sorry, live.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do it live?
We'll do it live. Yeah.
How exactly was the stream's name? Campaigning but dynamically, am I correct?
That was the original name, yes.
And the ping's been sent.
And we are live on all our usual channels as well. So, welcome everyone.
People are arriving. Hello there!
So, how are we all doing? I just need to restart my game, so we won't hear the nice music for a little while. But I hope everyone's doing excellently and everyone is pumped up to learn about the new Conquest mode, which is the dynamic campaign implemented for Man of War 2. And it's what we will be showing everyone today. So while we are loading up, do we have any questions from the audience already?
Yeah, Capone is calling you sleepy for coming late, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, is game officially out yet? That's a wonderful question, since we've actually recently announced when will it come out. So, Mike, want to talk about that?
I would say that technically the game is not out yet. No? No.
Definitely not officially.
Yeah. The game will launch on May 15th, and you can share, why not, with all friends here, right? That it will go live at 7 p.m. CEST, which is 10 a.m. Pacific time, and I know that everyone will do their own time conversions. And yes, there you go. Okay. We can start in earnest now. So, I've just started up my game, and I can already see I got a notification. Now, to give you a little bit of background, we will be running the Conquest dynamic campaign in co-op mode with my esteemed colleague Michal from the production team.
Yep, hi there.
And since we've been doing this for a while, I actually forgot to reintroduce myself. My name is Michal from the marketing team, and with us, as usual, is Dominic, also from the marketing team.
Hello, guys.
So, we want to play a single-player campaign, Conquest, in co-op. How do we do that? The best way, or the only way if we want to do the whole campaign, is to join a team. Now, Michal already sent me an invite. So after accepting the invite, since Michal is already in his campaign, it automatically instantly dragged me into his playthrough. Now, which campaign are we running, Michal, this time?
We are running the Western Front, playing as the USA against the Germans. And as we might have mentioned, there are actually 4 Conquest campaigns, each one putting you either to the Western or Eastern Front. You play as any of the 3 warring sides, that is, Germans and the Soviets on the Eastern Front, and the Germans and the Americans on the Western Front.
Yeah, so we're playing as the Americans, right?
Yes, I don't think playing as Germans, like, that will be too easy. And we don't have Josef here with us. That's his favorite faction, so...
Not surprising, yeah, but that's an inside joke. All right, so we're playing a German. So how does Conquest actually work? Now you can see that there is a strategic overlay map of the Western Front, since that's where we are playing right now, and you get 3 divisions to start with. You get the 1st Tank Division, 1st Artillery Division, and 1st Infantry Division. And you have to steadily progress and conquer, since we're in Conquest, these enemy territories. Each of them is 1 map, and each can have a variety of objectives you need to fulfill there. So you need to basically select which division you want to progress with, since this is our attack turn. So for people who know me, they know I would love to take the artillery division.
But will you be able to? That's the question.
Yeah,
Because I didn't take your wishes into account when I
Yeah.
set up this campaign.
that's what I was getting at. That in co-op, it's the team leader who decides the next move. Now we're playing as the Americans, so we have democracy. So like we could discuss what we're gonna do next, right?
We could, but I think we'll decide it democratically by clicking on the right button. And once we play the battle, we can decide where to head next.
I think we're having some technical difficulties here, though. Yeah, can you re-invite me?
I already did.
Ah, there it is, yeah. Oh yeah, that's better now. Okay, so sorry about that. We accidentally loaded into the wrong campaign. So in this time we've actually Michal kind of dragged me into a campaign that's already in progress from his side. So we'll be starting from that point, and as you can see, we've already moved a little bit. Like we've conquered Saint Lo, Crossroads, Suburb, Baskerville, Vieras Bocage, and Roadblocks. And now it's
But
the
none of that really matters, because every time you restart, the positions do shift.
yes,
So every campaign is unique in that sense.
exactly. And you could have already actually seen it, because in that campaign when we were starting, the first point we were supposed to conquer was Marl, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, these maps always randomly shift once you start a new playthrough. And since I've just joined the campaign, I don't have any technologies unlocked, which is how you progress through the Conquest campaign. You start with only very basic units available, and after each battle you gain experience, which serves to unlock new technologies, and which means new units you will be able to recruit, and you gain currency as well, which serves for you to purchase the units you want to put into your different divisions. So when I join a co-op session with Michal, it takes his progress and shares it with me. So since the start of the campaign, there has been 14,563 experience gained, which now I can spend on unlocking units. This is the technology tree for the Americans. So you can see that I need to unlock the simpler, let's say, more primitive units to get to the most powerful, heaviest units available. Now, let's do...
Since we're at the screen, apologies for interrupting. Is it possible to unlock all of these in one run, in one campaign, Conquest?
I don't think you will have enough experience gained to unlock every possible unit.
You can.
You might. It kind of depends on your playstyle as well. If you conquer all the points and don't try to rush it, like to get the shortest possible victory, you should be able to unlock everything, yeah.
You can really suck and have to retreat and beat the territory back, so you get experience for that as well.
Yeah. So it depends on your performance. You have a chance, but you don't have to unlock everything. It's typically best to kind of specialize and unlock the units you enjoy playing, which leads me to my next question. Since we have quite a few people in the audience, any suggestions which units I should aim for or unlock right away? Let's give it a few seconds. Let's see if we get any comments. Dominic, if you could check the chat.
Checking those. There's a suggestion that you should start with Slugger.
Yeah, getting to...
M36. Because at the end of the line...
Yeah, I know what a slugger is. Come on, don't underestimate me like that. There is one thing I haven't mentioned regarding the technologies, actually. Because we also have like these bonus objectives during the campaign. And those can serve to unlock new divisions, new battalions. So... for example, by unlocking the Slugger, I will unlock a new battalion. I know that, I remember that. Okay, so how do I get to Slugger? I can hover on it, and I see that I will need to go through Billis 18. Now that's a very useful little vehicle that could. Very useful again for defending against tanks or hunting tanks, if you can avoid getting hit, because it's a little fast jeep with a bazooka on it. And I have to progress down this stream. And now I'm getting to the territory of the tank destroyers. I'm looking the Hellcat, the Wolverine, and the Slugger. And now I will be able to hunt me some tanks. I still have over 9,000 experience points, so what should I do? And I think I'm gonna do something a little bit unconventional. M16AA track.
Yeah, it's Berg's favorite unit. He builds his all strategy only around that one unit.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Like in the early echelons, Maxon or the mounted version on the M16 is really force of nature. I kind of want to do one thing. I'm gonna go for Calliope.
Of course, you're gonna go.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna go for Calliope. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna rain some rockets on those jerrys. I can unlock M16 too. Why not? And I still have a little left over. I think I should get me some tanks, right? Not just tank destroyers. So I'm gonna go for the Shermans there. And for A3. And I still have enough experience to unlock one more variant. So should I go for the 105 or for the M4A3 Jumbo?
Yeah, Blue Star wants Jumbo.
Jumbo, yeah, I thought so. Jumbo is a chunky boy. Okay, so that's my technology experience points almost spent. I got a little bit left over, but at least I'll be able to unlock something after the mission. And now we're in defense mode. It's the AI's turn, and they're attacking from Champagne to our captured territory in the roadblocks here. So, let me see. And I have the 3 battalions available there. I guess I'll go with the tank division. I think with the units unlocked, that will give me the best options. Now this is the very first version, the default one you get with the basic technology, so I definitely don't want to just bring stewards into the fight. You would get creamed. So I'm just gonna throw everything out and see what we can do with the units available. Alright. Now, as you can see, I have all the units here unlocked, but I don't have them purchased, so I can't really put them in the individual echelons yet. So I'm gonna buy a Calliope. I think I can only slot 1, right? Yeah. And where do I have the Jumbo? Here. 2 right away. In there. And for the 3rd echelon, actually not gonna use a rifleman. I'm just gonna buy some of those Willys 80. Because at that point they will definitely come in handy. And I still have almost 92 points left. So let's get those M16s in there, why not? There we go, and some supplies. Oh, actually no, let's take some sappers and get something use a bit of support. Okay, so I'm gonna just fill my second and first echelons quickly so we can get to the actual playing. So I unlock the sluggers, so I definitely want those. Still would like some more tanks, but just standard Sherman will work here. And in the first echelon, I actually want some mortars to just give me a little bit more versatility. Because we will be defending, and those do come in very, very handy indeed. And since I'm quite limited with what I can field in the first echelon, I'm gonna in the lead tanks, and I can still slot in maybe some supplies because I'm gonna need that. Okay, I'm ready. And yeah, whenever you're ready, Nicole, we can start. So yeah, that's how you unlock new technologies in Conquest and tweak your divisions. So far so good. Anybody got any questions we could talk about while we are loading in?
We do. So there is a question: if Japan and or Britain will be added after the launch, will it be as a DLC or a free update?
We
Well,
will
definitely
let you.
something we'll be discussing after. So
Exactly. We will unveil any other plans for post-launch content in due time.
Okay, doke. Question from Blue Star: how many maps will there be at the release? How many maps?
There's actually 25 maps for multiplayer, and of course that does not count all the story campaign missions. Okay, we're already in the game, we're in the defensive session. You can see that we are tasked with defending these strong points on the map, and we have some equipment lying around, so I'm gonna call in a lot of infantry and start taking over these light howitzers and things like that.
given that Conquest has some very unique maps, this is one of the maps you guys have not seen yet. So, take in the scenery.
Oh, definitely.
And there actually was a question from YouTube about the graphics and how has it been overhauled. So can we talk about it a little?
Are we there yet?
Of course, for anyone who wants to read a really in-depth or deep dive into these changes. We've posted quite a few devlogs on Steam, but to give you some basic idea, the most important change I would say is implementing the physically based rendering, which is a new lighting system for the engine, and generally that lets us improve the materials and reflections and all that jazz on the models.
Change position and let's catch him off guard.
Yeah, I've also shared the devlog with you in the chat, so you can read it there yourselves if you wish.
Perfect.
Sir, standing by for your orders.
Question from A Army on Discord. Any plans to add more units to the already existing factions after release?
I'm gonna have to repeat myself. We are not yet ready to talk about our post-launch content plans.
Well, that's actually the first time someone is asking this. People are asking for new factions, but A Army just wants new units to.
That's true. That's true. But I can see right through him. That was a cheeky way to ask a question just a little differently.
Push forward. We're the thunder of liberty.
Okay, another one from Discord. Is it possible to play with realism mod in Conquest?
Actually, it is, right, Mike?
Are ready and waiting.
Absolutely. If you switch on the global setting for realism, you can play with realism. You just prefer the default setting at the moment. But you can switch it on at any time for any of the single-player campaigns. You can make it as difficult on your server as you want to. As you can switch off parts of the indicators, all of the indicators, any of the icons, and you can just blindly believe that you know all the stats, or try and fail on the epic difficulty that is.
Yeah, the epic difficulty is no joke.
Okay, question from Papa Gojira. How many cooperative missions are there at launch?
All of them.
Exactly. Any content you can play in Man of War 2 is co-op content if you want to.
But it's single player in this case.
Well, yeah.
Any single player mission can be played as a co-op mission. So you invite your friends for a short session or a long session, you can enjoy the entire campaign, part of the campaign, you can come back to it, whatever the choice is.
And technically, any PvP mode can be played as co-op as well, because in a lobby you can set it up so that you're only playing against AI enemies in the
Sure.
opposing team.
Cool, but would you call that co-op?
Well, technically, you have your teammates on your side and you're playing against the computer. That's technically co-op, isn't it?
Technically.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
technically PvP.
PvE. But,
Grab your shovels
That's-
and let's go.
right?
Guns gleaming and sights set. Awaiting your go-ahead, sir.
In position.
Okay, another one from A Army. Can the Conquest be played in Classic plus Realism modes altogether?
That wouldn't make any
We're
sense.
getting our
Yeah, you
Yeah,
choose one
completely
of those.
different in settings.
I'm taking command.
You have to choose one or the other.
Are we there yet?
So I just want to clarify that a little bit. You can choose to play Conquest with realism settings on, yes. But Conquest mode is its own thing. It's a little different from battalions, it's different from combined arms, and it's not classic either. So you can't play it in classic mode.
Definitely.
Understood, Captain.
The one that lags, awesome Nick by the way, is asking, after the game releases, do you think we will see any form of organized play, such as official events and tournaments?
It's showtime, fellas.
Hmm.
The enemy won't see us.
We don't have any scheduled events or anything like that yet, but I think if there is demand from the community, we can come up with stuff.
Also, to add more details, I think there are a lot of communities on our Discord. On our Discord, they want exactly this, and they organize these events themselves. So that's another way to join the tournaments.
That's true.
Second echelon is available.
Robert Cancel on YouTube is asking, can we play with Fog of War, or can we just remove it? Basically, if we can remove the Fog of War.
You can't remove Fog of War.
It's inherent to all of these stealth mechanics and all of the other mechanics that Man of War is using.
Indeed.
It's inherent to visibility, it's inherent to the way the artillery works. So, no turning it off. At least for now.
Already losing my lease over here.
Do you want me to swing from behind and like?
I think I'm still fine. Like this, my slugger is going to eat this guy for breakfast. But
I'll come down from the mountain.
Like Gandalf. White Knight.
Exactly, witness me.
yeah, I'm still holding him at bay. It should be okay. Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Slugger
question from...
is definitely strong.
Apologies, may I? A question from Grigory1. Can we put the mortars into trucks and transport them a little faster, and the same for MGs?
So there are tote guns and yeah, tote emplacements. You can definitely take those. I actually did do that. Yeah, I forgot to unload my Maxon. So the Maxon and the Willis MB were actually separate there for the taking. I captured both and I used the Willis to drag the Maxon over here. I can do the same with like the M1 A1s that are over at the beginning. If I so want to add, yeah. Do we have any artillery in at your disposal, Mike? Is there?
I do have aircraft, so I'm gonna
Okay.
bomb the shit out of those guys.
Let's move, boys.
Another one from Grigory1. If the player has multiple mortars in one position, and they bring a mortar over with a ton of ammo in it, can it auto-share ammo with the others?
Not auto share, but you can steal it from one mortar's inventory and bring it over to the other one.
And there is also the crate that works this way. Am I right?
Yes, there are units that let's say auto share or replenish the ammo of nearby other units. That's the crate, supply truck, sorry, and you can actually build a supply depot as well too. Yeah, I don't think my sluggers are gonna hit these guys all the way in the back. But I'm gonna keep trying. Are you okay on point A?
I'm not crying out for help, so
Yeah,
that
but
is fine.
maybe just, you know.
I keep
too
on
proud
like
for
stealing
that.
all of your kills with my Lee over here. So
That's fine.
there's only 2 arties left.
I know.
We're gonna kill these guys.
Come on.
Eyes peeled, hands steady. Where to, Chief?
There we
No.
go, finally.
Nice one.
Well, that took a moment.
Yeah. Oh, they're multiplying back there.
With a mother that's pissing me off.
Since this sniping mission may take a while, I have another question for you. From YouTube, is there an option to place the minimap in the upper left corner instead?
Do you want to show it?
It's hard, but I can do it. Give me a grenade!
Are we there yet? Sir, standing by for your orders.
Yep. You can place the minima anywhere you want. Just press Ctrl M as the default set, and you can do various things with it. You can change the transparency too. Great, depending on your liking or of the whole thing. You can change the size, but that becomes a little bit impractical, right? So yeah. And you can even rotate it, and then you lock it again once you're happy with the position. Or no.
Thanks for the demonstration. Question from Papa Gojira: will there be flamethrower units at launch?
Oh, there are flamethrowers. Both infantry and mounted. I do
And
believe, yeah, I do believe that every nation has its flamethrower units, right?
Yep.
But you currently don't have any of them in your disposal, do
yeah,
you?
we don't have them. I don't have them unlocked, and I don't have them equipped. But
The
we,
personal preference.
yeah, you wanted Sluggers and Calliope, so I oblige. Oh, I wanted Calliope. Okay.
You
okay,
wanted
okay,
Calliope.
okay. Which reminds me, since the third echelon opened, let's take care of that.
Greif zuerst an!
Artillery in the back. 1, 2.
I think that will be done.
Okay, never mind. So that was all. That was a little bit of a wasted salvo, but okay.
I told you I was already doing it.
Yeah, after I clicked it, right? I think I got the other one in the back too, though, so no worries.
You did it.
It was for a show.
Yeah. Anyway, I love me some Calliopes. And the fun thing is that even after you run out of rockets, you still have a Sherman tank there to play with. So.
Don't like the fact that you let the point C go.
Question from Nailani on YouTube. Can the view be panned and tilted with the camera?
You mean like this?
To glory!
Yep, panned and tilted.
And we actually lost our A defense, so I'm gonna call in those M16s, Alberg.
We just had a flanking attempt that almost worked out.
Yeah, it actually did. Yeah, I got a little bit occupied.
Well, that's what happens when you leave a hole in your line.
Sure. 30 seconds for next call in. Yeah, logistics wins wars. And kind of messed up my logistics.
Interesting question for you guys from David. Is game already Man of War, or is this still not Man of War and not Company of Heroes?
Well, it's
It
never...
was always Man of War 2. So
Exactly. It was never supposed to be Gates of Hell. It was never supposed to be Company of Heroes.
it's like a different IP, right?
Exactly.
It would be illegal.
That's true.
ARMA is asking, nice to see great tanks firing distance is a thing. What is the maximum distance of shooting?
It differs from unit to unit. If you mean like a total longest distance from all of the units that we do have, I would have to check that in the encyclopedia, I guess. Which any player will be able to do upon the release.
Indeed.
One is asking, will there be crazy weapons such as Karl Thor cannons and the Schwerer Gustav?
Not those particular ones, no.
Not on the release.
At least, yes.
Yeah, and to remind you, if you have any ideas like this one, for example, you can use our suggestions and ideas channel on Discord, where you simply keep all your ideas and suggestions and we'll be checking them out.
And also, I think we should mention that the game will have full mod support. So it's possible that there will be those units, just not officially, but fan-made.
It's always nice to go to the rear.
Indeed.
Okay, then there's Berg, obviously being happy about M16s. And question from a guy, sorry, I can't read that name, but is it possible to change the speed of the game?
No.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, if you summon like 10 units, it's enough to make you feel like you're in a really fast game.
Indeed. As you know, I myself kind of prefer gameplay style with fewer units where I can focus on micromanaging the few I have in the game. But
I think you prefer gameplay style of flapping your mouse.
oh
Take
yeah,
that point.
it's-
Wow, shots fired.
Take that point back.
What a
are
master.
you talking about point A that you just lost, or like what?
I'm talking about B that you have in the
Yeah.
I've been holding C for the whole time.
I just cleared your A there. You're welcome.
Very nice. Didn't need the assist.
Oh, you didn't need the asset. I must have overlooked your whole army sitting on that point.
I don't need an army. I've got airplanes. Yeah, very nice.
There we
Alright,
go.
so we've defended our territory successfully. Nazis won't get the better of us. And
That's what she said.
Okay, that made very
Yeah,
little
move on.
sense, but okay.
Yeah, very little.
And as you can see, we've gained some new experience. I had around 300 before we went into their battle. Now I'm up to 1800. And
We
yeah,
have a reserve division as well.
there's one more thing about experience that I want to show off, and that's you don't only get this like overall what we call the free experience points, but the individual units you are using get their experience as well. If there is a unit in the tree dependent on that one that you can unlock. So I have 599 XP points on Maxon, which will let me actually unlock the M1, which is the next unit in the tree, without using this free XP because it only costs 275 XP. So I will use the points accumulated on Maxon, and I will even get a little bit of a refund there to my free XP pool. Now on M16 I would need 1010 XP to unlock the M19 as the next unit up. I only have 470, so I would use 540, the remainder from the free XP. That's how the experience points work in dynamic campaigns in World War II. Now we are talking about flamethrowers before, right? So
There was a question about flamethrowers, yes.
yeah, let's unlock some flamethrower infantry then. I need bazookas first, and then flamethrowers. Now I kind of suck at playing infantry, so I can't promise you they won't die before they manage to do anything at all, but I'll try. And with 585 XP left, do I have enough to unlock anything meaningful? I think not. Well, let's keep it for next wave. Okay, so we're attacking Champagne, are you saying?
We are, but there is one little detail that I would like to show. But given that you are the one streaming, you might bring it in.
Sure.
I actually have a reserve division that
Oh,
we
yes.
got as a reward, and I already deployed it on the roadblocks, because if I haven't done that, I would attack Champagne and I would leave the position unguarded. The enemy would most likely breach the front line by taking it from us. Because there is nothing deployed there, they would have a pretty easy time until we would be able to scramble within the next turn or two to stop them from actually taking even more territory.
That's a good point, our tactical master. Now, as Mikhail said, we're attacking with the 1st Tank Division that we had stationed at roadblocks before. We're attacking Champagne. That will, if we succeed, which I hope we will, that would leave roadblocks uncovered, and a state, the enemy strong point, would have a clear point to just capture without any fight.
That is the situation indeed. So
Okay.
let's kick some German ass in the Champagne, I guess.
Of course, I just need to set up my regiment again, because the one I used previously is not available for me right now. So I apologize for the slight delay, but if you guys have any suggestions, I'm gonna use very similar setup to what I had before. I hope I will have enough money for that. I definitely want to make a lighting. I'm actually gonna go with 2 calliopes this time.
I would also suggest you bring in something that can actually penetrate tigers.
Yeah, I had willies before. I just didn't summon them,
Nice.
so I will take those. Then I will probably want them earlier, though. I will put them in the second echelon. Also for the second echelon, I'll be able to load those flamethrowers in. Yeah.
And while you're on the screen, we have a question or more of a comment. Please not pay to win. So, can you show us the units that are actually pay to win?
I would love to, but there aren't any. Sorry to disappoint that I can't show you any.
Hell no! I thought that if I paid more money, that I would be able to win.
No. I like.
Alright.
There's only one advice on how you can win. And that's
Yeah, don't play with Michael.
yeah, like
come-
like you lost the last battle. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so just to clarify, there will be no microtransactions in the game and no pay to win.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Are you focusing on building that comp, or can I ask another question?
Definitely ask away.
Okay, David is asking, will we still be limited by doctrines in choosing units in the multiplayer?
Do you want to explain that, Mikhail?
Yeah, the doctrines is a very specific thing that Gates of Hell has. We don't have any doctrines, so you are not limited in that way. You are limited as to the loadout within the Echelon gameplay. You are not at all limited by any loadout in the Classic. So, no, we don't have what Gates of Hell has. We are not limiting choices. Player can build whatever kind of battalion they like in any mode that supports it by simply editing it. Like, it's up to you to come up with any stratagem, any trick. It will be highly like the funniest part of the game, actually, to see someone coming up with a trap that we haven't seen during the testing. And I think it's a relevant thing to see in any warfare-oriented game, especially in Men of War, that is. And that's the whole answer.
One is asking, just to confirm, as I'm still a bit confused, is Men of War 2 64-bit?
Yes.
It is.
Wow, you speak like twins. Finish each other's sentences.
I thought, no.
And as a follow-up, David is asking, so we will not be able to adapt the changing battlefield, but rigidly stick to our doctrine? That's his question.
There is no doctrine, so you are saying the exact opposite of what has been said. You can easily adapt to whatever situation you want, but not within the battle. That's for you to sort of understand the situation and the units you are comfortable with. Sure, there can be a new tactic, but you have to adapt within the next battle by editing the echelons. Now, that's pretty flexible to me. Like, you are bringing your units, that's your choice, and your bet on yourself. If you can't work with the combination, you can change the combination at will. But not during the battle, obviously. So no, again, there are no doctrines.
And I finished setting up my division. So whenever you're
Right,
ready.
so let's get ready up.
Let's go. Now you'll, as soon as we load in, you'll see that there's a big difference between the defensive battle that we led previously and this offensive one. There are various types of battles that, or battle modes, battle objectives that you will encounter when on the offensive in Conquest. Positions capture. So we'll be tasked with capturing a few positions on the map, if you couldn't guess. You'll see how it looks like as soon as we load in on the map.
And while we're loading, Capone is asking, what are the differences between the difficulties of AI?
Michael, do you have any deep insights?
Yeah, I would say it greatly depends on the aggressivity of the AI, how much it takes on initiative. As you could have seen, like previously, we had a line, but there was a hole in it. One of the tanks decided, okay, I'm gonna go over, get into their back lines, and attack them from behind. This is normal difficulty. So we are being pushed in a reasonable way. It's not something that we couldn't deal with whilst, still doing the stream. But on the Epic, we would be hard pressed and beaten back so many times that I don't think we could safely say we would win every time.
Oh,
So
Epic.
it really depends on
Epic.
the map.
Yeah, finish your thought. I thought you were already.
Okay, on the map, on the situation, on your setup defenses. But the AI can always overwhelm you if you are not careful in setting up everything that you have. And again, it goes to your game style. So, Epic AI much more takes much more initiative than the normal does, trying to overwhelm you, for example. There's the difference between the levels. On the easier difficulties, it will be more timid. It will not press every advantage that it has. But on Epic, it definitely does that. Will not let you breathe.
What I wanted to say, just to add that, yeah, on Epic, the Epic AI can actually be quite challenging even for players who have put like hundreds of hours into the game. So are we splitting up? I'm going for C.
Just want to show a really dumb direct attack.
And you actually can see here that the AI does use all the various tools at your disposal as well. This tank fortified its position with sandbags to defend their point instead of just dumbly going after you and attacking aimlessly. Did you just get flanked over there by a Sturmhaubizer?
I'm doing like a dump attack since the beginning. Just showing off.
Yeah. So
yeah, I knew that the Sturmhaubizer was here since the beginning.
Okay, so while you're getting smacked, Arme is asking, who is the original owner of the gem editor, aka the owner of the first game?
Well, the developer is Best Way, who are making Man of War 2 as well.
And David is asking, is it possible to change maximum number of units in a multiplayer game?
Well, not during the match, but in the lobby, there are options in the classic mode where you can set up the amount of command points limitations. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no.
Holy crap! Did you feel that hit?
Come on, come on. There you go.
Question from XXX on YouTube. Would you consider adding a third-person mode at a later point in time? Would be great to use it with AT guns and heavy MG guns.
On your cue.
You already have a third person mode for
Yeah, I thought Mikhail would
Yeah.
show it straight away.
Yeah, I just don't have any.
Give us the word, and we'll spread the word like wildfire. I'm on the assault. Cover fire. Forward. Don't be afraid, brothers. Take the building.
Hold tight, fellas. Orders will be coming hot and heavy soon.
We'll smoke them out.
Okay, interesting question from Grigory1. I hope you're gonna demonstrate, Mikhail. Can you rocket jump onto a roof using a bazooka?
No.
Come on, I thought this is a realistic game. How come? You can't.
It's not realistic enough for that.
Okay.
That's why it's in a game called Unreal Tournament,
Keep
right?
the momentum
Yeah.
going. We're
It's
unstoppable.
Unreal.
Let's give it a test.
I don't have any bazookas in my division now, so I can't
Oh,
help with that.
did you run out of them?
No, I never had any.
Affirmative,
Okay.
I have flamethrowers that I'm just moving in right now.
I thought you were talking about your office, not your original
Oh,
plan.
well, in the office. I'm not gonna put myself on camera. Yeah.
Rush the field. Stay sharp. Go, go, go. Move, move, move. Let's hustle. Let's attack.
You got any plans, Michael?
No. No planes, unfortunately.
Don't fail me now. Follow me, guys.
Any future plans for making modern warfare version of Men of War?
Yeah. No. None that we know of.
Von is asking, is it possible to load up SP missions, single-player missions, in the editor and play them in the editor itself?
Not as such. You've got model missions that you can load up and you can use as something to take an inspiration from, but you cannot load up campaign missions as such. There are 2 mod examples at the moment in the editor that do behave like standard missions.
Sir, standing by for your orders. Feindliche Infanterie, fire! Get ready. We're in for a scramble.
Affirmative. Time to dish out some American justice.
Just a reminder to you all that we are watching all the channels that we stream on, but if you ask on Discord, the question is guaranteed to be answered. We'll do our best to answer to the questions on the other platforms as well, but it's not guaranteed that we'll make all of them. So take it as an invitation to join our Discord and watch there.
My blood is
Yeah, I've got a Tiger.
all the sitting around.
Yeah, I'm looking at it with the slugger from the back.
And Nailani is having another question. Is it possible to assign a hotkey to every possible button in the interface?
We're ready.
And is it possible to remap every key? I do believe so.
Yeah, that was the question.
On your cue.
And that was the tiger.
Nice.
Ready to move. Just give the word.
Let's go, go, go! No time to waste.
And I'm out of sluggers.
We've been briefed and debriefed.
Getting good to take the aim.
Question from Darton. Does AI use airstrike and the others often? How useful will be AA guns in single player and co-op?
Yeah, we just got our butts kicked by airstrikes, so take it as you will.
I waited for that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, AA will definitely have its use in the single player and co-op missions.
AA in general is very, very important. And versatile as well, actually.
And especially mobile AA, just as Das Altberg would tell you, right? He's here somewhere, he's lurking.
Yeah. And I actually have to use that in Billy AT, as I talked about before. Now I need to flank that tiger. Because...
This will be interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, they noticed me, I think, so that's not gonna be fun.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Yeah. that was shameful, I know. But I really did not expect to miss like that.
2 times.
Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah, and a lot of infantry in that field, sure. Sure, yeah, this is gonna go great again. I can feel it.
Another question from David. Will you present large-scale battles?
Could you repeat that, please?
Apologies. Will you present large-scale battles?
Yeah, sure. We will.
Not sure if the question was related to this stream or if there will be large-scale battles in general, but I would say that the 5v5s are always large-scale.
But it depends on what large scale means, right?
Yeah.
It will tell me that you want 500 tanks in a battle to make it large scale. I would like to ask you how you will control the entire front in that case. And if you can give me an answer to that, I'll be happy to make sure that we have 500 tanks.
Also, even though Mikhail missed again, he managed to destroy the tank.
Yeah, I actually destroyed both with that single volley now, so
Yeah.
give me a break, would you?
Nah,
Yes,
it was I just wanted to cheer you up, you know?
Oh, fuck!
Didn't sound like.
If that Nebel were very old faster than me, I'm gonna be angry.
Any more
What
such
the-
hearing?
Yeah, I'm not the most precise rocket fighter. Rocket man.
Question from Deadlord. I noticed that in Men of War 2 there is a new system of buildings and new interaction of units within them. How does it work? Units have a hand-to-hand combat ability, whoever has the highest wins, or how is it?
They actually fight hand to hand. They fight with the weapons that they have at that moment. It really depends on the situation. If you don't have ammo, they fight hand to hand. You can see it as they fight. So you can, for example, see a guy with Thompson coming up to a German soldier who's been aiming out from the window and just, getting him with his Tommy gun. That's it. Other times you fight for every single room. It really depends on the situation on the ground. What units you send into the building, how destroyed the building is, and so on.
Understood, thank you for the answer. Aame is asking, can injured soldiers be healed?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got a new medic and a new medic system coming in with them, so they can be carried off from the battlefield, and you can call them in from the reserves.
Yeah, there will be a blood drop above the injured soldier and you can just click it and the medic will do their job.
Yes, like right here I only have one medic slotted in because I had only that much left in the echelon, but I just summoned him to get this SMG infantry.
Oh, that's Hannibal Wolf. That will cease to exist in a moment.
Yeah, and I believe that my medic just got killed on the way, so it won't be saving anyone.
Yeah, it's like engineers, they can get killed on their way in, so it's very important that you time this precisely as it should be, or that you have an actual front line moving away from the place where you want to build something or heal someone, or basically lift them up.
And in case you had more medics in your comp, would you be able to call medics for your injured medics?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've got this one.
Yeah, just a question of a few seconds before we hoist the flag.
And in those few seconds, apologies, Payan has a question. Is there experience or rank option for units to improve skills and so on?
No. Not at the moment.
But you have a great difference between a veteran and a fresh recruit.
There are variants of infantry units that you can unlock or slot into your battalions. And yeah, those can be like recruits, regular army, or veteran. And the difference in their abilities and their prowess in battle is really noticeable.
Okay, seems we've got this one as well.
There you go.
All right,
And let's see how the battlefield has changed in the overall map. So as you can see,
Yep.
we've captured Champagne. And as we discussed before, there is a counterattack coming from estates into roadblocks. And if we did not summon that division from the reserve there, we would have lost the point immediately now.
and we would have to take the infantry from Basewell to probably move it to Crossroads, which would further compromise the entire front line. We
Indeed.
would have to retreat with the entire escadron.
So I hope that everyone got a good idea of what the Conquest mode, Conquest dynamic campaign will be like at launch.
Well, again, there are some little surprises that you haven't seen given the limited time we have at the moment. Types of battles you haven't seen that are even more exciting, but that's due to the time.
And we
Yeah.
also don't want to spoil everything.
Mm,
There is joy to be
Yes.
had in discovering and experiencing things yourself, right?
exactly. That seems to be missing from modern gaming. So we'll be looking forward to you gents exploring as much as you can.
Do we have
Yeah.
any more? Oh, sorry, Michal.
No. Please do continue.
I just wanted to ask if we have any more questions from the audience.
We do have some, so I can read those. A-Army is asking how far soldiers can camp inside buildings. Can they camp any building that has windows?
We can camp in any building. I believe so.
Any building on the map can be taken over, occupied, and turned into a defensive position, can be invaded, pulled back, can be reduced to rubble, and completely destroyed, almost.
Yep. Another one from Deadlord. While playing playtests, I noticed that when a soldier heals himself, he takes a sitting position. Is this still the case? Will the soldier change his position to heal? For example, he will get up from a lying position.
How is it important? Is it about switching the positions?
I suppose that when you're prone, when you're lying on the ground, you're safer, right? You don't present as big a target, so when you sit up, you're actually more vulnerable.
That is true. That's why I said it's a good idea to make sure that the situation is actually viable for anyone to be healed.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to heal in the thick of things when you have bullets flying around.
Especially when you are getting shot at that particular unit. So
Yeah.
It's also almost impossible to bandage yourself up when you are lying down.
So to answer that question, yeah, it's still the case that they will sit down.
And I think that's it, at least for now. We've actually answered a lot of similar questions and different questions too during the previous streams. So I'm just linking you our YouTube account where you can find them and check out if there's been some question that would interest you.
And of course, if you think of any questions at any time, come to our Discord, come to Steam, to the discussions forums, or come to any of our social media channels. We will do our best to answer you there as well. So, last call for questions for this stream, I think.
Yes, another one from Army. How mods would be installed? Can you show us the interface of mods configuration inside the game?
I don't think so at the moment, but there will also be Steam Workshop integration.
Yeah, until the Steam Workshop is set up, and there is a mod in there, we will not be showing the interface.
And I think that's it. No more questions on Discord. So yeah, but as Michal said, just feel free to ask anytime. We're almost always online to answer it.
Okay. Thanks everyone for coming to our stream. It was a pleasure as always to showcase Man of War 2 for you. We will be back next week on Friday. And very shortly after that, on May 15, everyone will be able to play Man of War 2 and experience all the variability of the gameplay in it. So, until next week, goodbye everyone.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.